Hi, ladies and gentlemen, Eddie Marcus here again. Today has been one heck of a day. I've been hanging blinds, shades. I've been doing plumbing, trying to change face bowls in the bathroom and the vanity moving in and about. And I want to tell you, I am as tired as I can be. In a few minutes, it will be, Saturday. In a few minutes. And I am beat. I'm tired. And you know what? As old as I am, I should never have to be doing all of this stuff. And the killing thing about it is that you know that the problems are there. Working with the plumbing, some plumbing hadn't been done in God knows when. So you need parts. Then you find out that the parts, stuff is breaking down, rotted out. You say, man, then you got to deal with that. Now, that's not my job. I don't know that kind of stuff. I've been doing it because I didn't have money to pay somebody to do it, because that's not the way the game is supposed to be played. So I've been trying to do it myself, but now I'm beat, worn out, just like the rest of you are beat and worn out. You might not have been doing this, but you're doing something. I can guarantee you that you are doing something. And as I sit around and I hear these politicians talking about spending, those things that they decide that they want to spend on, there's no limit. Military, no limit. Why? We got to protect ourselves. Wealth and richness and stuff like that. Whoever gets it, unlimited. Just go. Everybody else be damned. And see, that's the way of the world. Ever since the systems of the world have been in play, ever since they removed God out of the way, we've been going through hell. And everywhere all over the globe, I've said it repeatedly, you can tell these systems of government that started by men, because none of them have the outcome that God's government have. None of them have the outcome of a righteous government has. No, my friend, they do not. Every last one of them got those in a position of called super wealthy. You got some others that's not that wealthy, and maybe some a little less wealthy than that. In between, you got it all levels, and you got at the rock bottom, the poverty, you got the pain, you got the suffering, you got crime, you got violence, or you got jails overflowing, you got prisons overflowing, because these people have found themselves in a position that they had to violate the rules that you have established to keep them out of your pocket, while you are staying in their pockets. And now they all set up in prisons and in jails. Ladies and gentlemen, it's a sad story. It's a sad story. Sometimes I was just thinking today, I hate to think like this, but today I was thinking, it seems as if white people, and I know white people, in order to have a beautiful society, you got to play the same role that I got to play. But it just appears to me that you were raised by some cruel people. You were raised and taught by some mean people. Oh yes, they told you that that was the way to live. They told you it was the way to be. It told you it was progressive and smart and intelligent to do the things that you do, and you've accepted that. But all around us, we got the same kinds of things that happen from that alternative government. We got all of it. And you are in the midst of it. You know you got a crazy history of the things that you've done. And your preachers, they have not said a thing against it. They preached all of the 200 and some years that you have been established. They've been walking around here preaching. And their preaching has not done a darn thing for this country. You got them getting super rich now. They've given up. They just want to play the game and get rich and live this life while you sit back and believe any of those stuff they tell you. Ladies and gentlemen, I want to tell you something that you do not hear all the time. This world was made for all of us, every human being, everywhere, wherever you are. You were made to be on this earth, and this earth was designed so that you could live as though you had no problems. You could live on this earth, wherever on this earth that you're at. You can live as though you have no problems. That's how this earth was designed. The designer made sure that the resources were beyond this earth, that food, clothing, and shelter would be no problem. And every human being on the face of the earth needs food, clothing, and shelter to survive. And if you go out there trying to get all the food, clothing, shelter by yourself, you're gonna start some stuff. Somebody's gonna get pissed off because you're gonna be getting some stuff that they will not have to get. That's gonna cause a problem. Plus, if you're trying to get it all by yourself, you're gonna have a big problem. But if you had a system set up so that you could work together, you would have no problem. You would have an abundance. And abundance, let me say it again, you would have an abundance of food and clothing and shelter. I mean, just the reservoir would just be running over. Not a single individual on the face of the earth would have to go without these things, ladies and gentlemen. White folks, too. I'm talking to you. Black folks, I'm talking to you as well. And all you other folks in between, Asians and whatever you want to be, I'm talking to all of you. You wouldn't have to suffer for that blasted thing. The designer has already set it up that way. But you listening to somebody that does not tell you that. And the reason that they don't tell you that, most of them, is that they don't know anything about it. Some of them have heard it, don't believe it, caught up in I don't know what to do, confused, but they know money talks and BS walk. So, excuse me, they have concluded that without the money, everything else is BS. So everything that you hear about God, you know, right now in America, the whole world is looking. I can say this in America. You can see how that other system works. You can see how it perpetuates evil. You can see how it perpetuates hatred. You can see how it perpetuates bigotry. You can see how it perpetuates racism. You can see how it perpetuates evil out of the mouths of Donald Trump, running through America, lying, deceiving, just doing anything he thinks would work on with the people, because he thinks people are stupid. You know, he said he could kill somebody and they let him go. So he's already indicated that he thinks they're stupid. And he's running around telling them all kind of stupid stuff to go for. And a lot of them are going for all that kind of stupid stuff. And the rest of the white people in America don't know what to do about it. They don't know what to do about it, because in order to do something about it, you got to do the righteous thing. And I don't know if they don't know what the righteous thing is. I know for some strange reason they refuse to do the righteous thing. Now, like the Democrats talk a lot of good stuff. They talk a lot of good stuff compared to what Donald Trump got the Republicans talking about. But the truth of the matter is, the Democrats, white Democrats, are no different, really, than Republican whites. They're the same people. And neither one of them want freedom for everybody. Neither one of them want peace and prosperity for every one of them. Neither one of them want joy and happiness for everybody. Neither one of them want the dreams to come true for everybody. No white person on the face does. Now, do you ever heard anybody say it? You ever heard one stand up and say, I want it and I'm going to do something about it? You ever heard a white person say that? I want it for everybody on the face of the earth. I don't care. And I got a plan that won't cause any pain and suffering to anybody. You ever heard a white person say that? You've heard a few black people, just a few, the ones who really say are dead, and everybody else just walking around with their head stuck in the sand, don't know what to do. And I'm saying this to you, ladies and gentlemen, because I'm pissed. I'm walking around here today, rather than going to Paris or going to France or going to Diego Garcia or going to the Philippines. Yeah, to the Philippines. Or going to where? Korea. Going over to Haiti, or going to Zimbabwe. Rather than doing any of that stuff, I'm sitting here working on some darn plumbing that I know nothing about, working on some house stuff that I know nothing about, when there are people in this world that came in this world to do just that. Now, I know I've just said a lot of stuff, ladies and gentlemen, and make it sound crazy to you, but let me tell you how this plan works. This plan works because, as I said a moment ago, everybody that comes on this earth benefits from something on this earth, from being here. You benefit from standing on the earth, or sitting in a chair, or breathing the air, or looking at somebody, or passing gas. Everybody on this earth benefits. And if you're alive, you're eating. You might not be eating that much, but you're eating something. and you not naked, and you might be under a tent somewhere, a little tarp, but you got something to indicate shelter. And if you're blessed beyond that, you might have an apartment or a house or a mansion. These, my friends, these are things that you got. Now, here, what qualifies you to have the things that I just said? All of the stuff about the peace that'll bring you the peace. What qualifies you to have access to all the wonderful things of life, to computers, to the telephones, to name it, nice cars? What qualifies you to do that? What would qualify you? And I'm talking about every last one of you. What would qualify you? I know you got some people that are saying, well, I'm this, I'm that, and I'm this, I'm that. That qualifies me. But I'm talking about the average Joe Blow, every last one of you. What would qualify you for the basic human rights that are available to all people? That when you come on this earth and when time is right, when you engage yourself in the process, utilize a gift that you have been given, recognizing that it gives you your greatest joy. Choose that to contribute to your service to society. Do something in the society. And I guarantee you that every last one of you doing something, the things that you do are interconnected. And you might not have done it, but it's interconnected by the power that created properness, peacefulness, that it will, my friends, allow an existence of all of the things that we dream about and imagine about. And we would have to suffer for nothing. We wouldn't have to lie. We wouldn't have to cheat. We wouldn't have to steal. We wouldn't have to have terror, no races, no war, none of that stuff. But is there any white people that would support that? I'm asking you right now, is there any white people in America? Are there any white people anywhere on the face of the earth that would support a system of living like that? Now, I've asked the white people. I ask you black people. Are there any black people anywhere on the face of the earth that would support a system like that? You sit up, talk about after you die, talk about going to heaven. Nearly everybody that's died, I don't care what they're doing, from Al Capone to Booth Kente. Every last one of them in heaven. Let somebody ask somebody, they in heaven. Crooked as crook can get, in heaven. But down here on earth, people are suffering. You on your way to heaven, looking at them, finding something negative to say about them. You see a person running up and steal something. You're trying to say something negative about him. Why do you think he's stealing? Why do you think he's stealing? He's lazy and he don't get a job. That's what you think. Why don't you go find out? You might find out that there are no jobs for him. You might find out that there are no jobs for him in what he does or she does. You might find out that it's designed so he can't even get a job because he got other bad record. Because you don't know. You have to care about people, ladies and gentlemen. To come up with solutions to problems that involve people, you got to care. You can't be saying, well, I don't like these. I don't like that. They got their pants down. I don't like them. They having abortions. I don't like them. They gay. I don't like them. Then who the hell are you to judge? You got to like the dog and the snake if you're a lover. Because there's a game being played. Once you stop loving, you caught by that other trap, thinking you doing good. You just become a demon. Just like that you've been putting down. Wake up, people of the world. White people and black people. I'm going to tell you, y'all ought to be ashamed of yourselves. I've been living a pretty long time, and I've watched you. I've watched you from every corner. I'm a social scientist. I've watched you. Everywhere I go, I watch you. White people and black people. I've seen the pain. I've seen the suffering. I've seen you rubbing your mouth talking about how good you are. I've seen you talk about what's the best way to do this. And I've seen the outcomes. And I know the solution to the problem. The solution is something that you don't want to face. And the reason you don't want to face it is because you do not know God. You believe in God, but you don't know God. Now, you can smoke that. That's better than weed. I want to thank you so very much for giving me this your time. Yes, you can tell I am upset. I know my upset not going to mean anything. You still are you. And you're still trying to find some way, Donald Trump is to find some way to get away with this demonic stuff that he's pulled on you by trying to become king. And you, my friends, just might do it because I have given you an opportunity to allow love to rule and get rid of hate. We're going to see if you're going to be talking about it on TV tomorrow. See if the news or any social media posts are going to pick up on it and say anything about it. Let's see. Let's just look around. Slide around on your computer. Slide around on your phone and see if anybody's talking about this way of life that brings your dreams. I bet you won't find two people talking about it. Bye.